Hello everyone. Again, this lecture is continuation of module pool. We have discussed all the events. We have created two screens, and in the screens we have written the logics for calling from one screen to another and from another screen to again onto the first screen. Now, whenever we have created the first time module pool, only screens 100 and 200 are available. Now we have one tab for PBO module, one tab for PAI module, and we have one tab for GUI status and one tab for includes also. See, what is this PBO module? We have created two modules in PBO, one for screen 100, one for screen 200. In PAI we have again created one for 100, one for 200, and in this we have two screens. Now we have created two PF status, one with header, one with item. Now we have two includes. We have one include for all the PBO events, and we have one include for all the PBO logic, and we have one include for all the PAI logic. Now what we will do? We will run this module pool. Now we have one important point is there. Module pool cannot be run independently. As we have in case of reports, we are running the reports independently, but we cannot run the module pool independently. To run a module pool, always a transaction code is required. So we will run the module pool with the help of transaction code. So I am moving on to transaction code SC93, and I will create a transaction code for this module pool. I am moving on to transaction code SC93, and I will create a transaction code for this include. Suppose my name of the transaction code, suppose Z project. Now I will click on this create button. Suppose transaction code for project details. Now we will go with first radio button, program and screen. Okay. Suppose I am giving this Z project DET. Suppose Z project DET. Okay. Now I will pass the name of the program. My name of the program is ZM underscore project. Now in case of module pool, you have to pass the screen number, which screen you want to display at the first time. So I have two screens, 100 and 200 in my module pool, so I will go with screen number 100. Now I will click on this, all these three check boxes. Now I will save this. Okay. Now I will run this transaction code. So I am passing /n, suppose my transaction code, enter. Now see, this is my first screen. On the first screen, I have taken the button navigation to project item detail. When I click on this button, I have taken the shortcut key as F2. I have taken the icon text as, I have taken this icon. I have taken the icon text as navigation to item details. I have taken the information text as navigation to project item details. Now when I click on this button, now we have another screen, navigation to header detail. When I click on this button, now again I am on to my first screen. Now how this process will continue, I will explain that. Suppose again if I am passing the transaction code, at this time our PBO event of screen number 100 is called. Now when I click on this button, PAI of 100 screen is called. Now when I click on this button, PAI of 200 screen is called, or when I click on the screen number 100 button, at that time PB of 200 screen is called. Now when I click on this button, PI of 200 screen will be called. So this is the process by which you can navigate from one screen to the another screen. Now I am moving on to transaction code SC80. Now these are the various parts of our module pool. Now we have one more tab, that is transaction. This is the transaction code for my module pool. So these are the various tabs in this module pool. Rest we will continue with the screen designing process in the next lecture.